last weekend in the Dominican Republic. She ran the quickest 400 in the world yet this year. Yes, it's early, but she's in good form. Then we've got Nikisha Price, the first Jamaican ever to run under 49 seconds. And again, a pretty decent 200-meter runner, but this is not her main event. Same for Alexis Holmes. Her top 9 times out of her top 10 were all set in 2024. So an improving athlete. 25-year-old, as I said, come over after the World Indoor Championships in China. Well, Paulino, who moved to the 400, I guess probably in around about 2020, and has dominated that event, certainly last year. Talitha Diggs in lane 2. And then Stacey Ann Williams of Jamaica. Fresh from a new indoor 400 personal best. Lane 1 maybe tough in this 200 then. Hansen, what we're looking for here?
Well, Paulino needs to at least come out of here with at least 5 points, because obviously to win, you get a little boost with the 12 points to win the deuce. Gabby and Dina are really going to be battling for that, and I think that they know that they're going to have a good chance at that 100K if they jump out in front with the points in this early race. Spoke to Dina like yesterday, and Dina actually said that she's really focused on that 4. Very confident about her too. So that 400 is going to be something special when she gets out there.
Dina Asher-Smith in lane 8. Gabby Thomas, Olympic champion, in 7. Safely away first time. Asher-Smith got out pretty good. Natson just got left a little bit. You'd expect that by the 2 sprinters on the outside. But it's Gabby Thomas around the top end who's just got half a metre on Dina Asher-Smith. And Thomas normally starts to go away from this point. Natson running well in 3rd at the moment. And then there's a battle with Paulino charging down the last 30-40. But it's going to be Gabby Thomas. Asher-Smith might just hang on here. It's Gabby Thomas, but Paulino with a real surge, taking 2nd place. And that will be really, really significant. We expected Gabby Thomas to come away with a win. 22.62 in these conditions. That's pretty swift, that's pretty good. But Paulino, that is significant. You get 12 points for winning, you get 8 points for 2nd. But when we cast this forward to the 400 tomorrow and the possible result there, let's say the possible result, that is significant for Paulino.
Nah, it's absolutely significant, because she's obviously going to do her thing in the 4. For her to come 2nd, I didn't expect that, man. Gabby getting 1st place obviously makes sense. She's an Olympic champion, but for Paulino to come out of there with those extra points, she's going to end up having a good chance at that 100K.
Dina always runs a pretty good turn, transition in the home straight here. Gabby Thomas just moved away, just got that gap, and it looked as though Dina was rallying again here.
You know what? Gabby ran a much better turn than I expected. She's tall. You don't expect the taller sprinters to have such a good turn, but she's efficient. And once she gets on the straightaway and lets those limbs go, I mean, she's really, really hard to beat. I expected it to be a lot tighter with her, Dina. And that wasn't the case, but Paulino coming 2nd in that race, I think, is the big story.
Well, and so much hype has been on Gabby Thomas since the Olympics, and then since she announced early on that she was going to be running this series of Grand Slams. So look at that huge smile. She must feel really good breaking the tape.
You know what?
Check the result there, 22.62, as I mentioned, 22.93. It's the season's best because she hasn't raced yet for Paulino.
The Grand Slam track series kicked off in Kingston, Jamaica, with an explosive opening as Olympic gold medalist Gabby Thomas asserted her supremacy in the women's 200-meter dash. Running from lane 7, the American sprint star powered through the curve and straightaway to claim a decisive win, recording a remarkable 22.62 seconds, a season-opening statement that sets the tone for the $100,000 series prize chase. Thomas faced a formidable field of competitors. Great Britain's Dina Asher-Smith, the 2019 world champion, occupied lane 8. Though her recent campaigns have not mirrored her peak performances, Asher-Smith remains a strong force in both the 100m and 200m and still holds the UK national records in each event. Also on the line was Bahrain's Sulwa Eid Nazer, a former 400-meter world champion, arriving in Kingston on the back of the year's fastest 400m run in the Dominican Republic just days prior. Her presence added an element of unpredictability and depth to the race. One of the night's most striking efforts came from Marilady Paulino, the Dominican Republic's 400m specialist. She showcased remarkable versatility, finishing second in the 200m in 22.93 seconds, a personal season best, and collecting key points ahead of her primary 400m event. Asher-Smith claimed third place in 22.96 seconds, while Nazer narrowly missed the podium, finishing in 22.99 seconds. The rest of the top 8 included American Alexis Holmes, 23.33, Jamaica's Stacey Ann Williams, 23.35, Diggs, 23.30, and Nikisha Price, 23.75. From the gun, Thomas displayed intense focus and composure. Her bend technique was fluid and forceful, an impressive feat for her height, which often challenges sprinting curves. By the halfway mark, she had pulled clearly ahead. Asher-Smith attempted a late surge down the straight, but Thomas's pace proved unbeatable. In the closing meters, Paulino overtook the Brit for an unexpected second-place finish. This outcome has major implications for the series standings. Thomas's victory earns her 12 points, while Paulino's runner-up effort adds 8 critical points, potentially pivotal as she moves into the 400m, where she is a leading contender. Known for her strong finishes, Paulino demonstrated her late-race acceleration also makes her a threat in shorter distances. The meet was notably missing Shericka Jackson, Jamaica's reigning 200-meter world champion and a key rival to Thomas. Jackson was reportedly committed to the Miramar Invitational in the U.S., leaving a gap that disappointed local fans hoping for a home medal. Consequently, Jamaican runners Williams and Price placed 7th and 8th. Even without Jackson, Kingston buzzed with energy. Spectators witnessed an elite-level contest led by an Olympic champion in top form. With further showdowns on the horizon and stakes climbing, the Grand Slam Track Series promises a thrilling season of racing. Beyond the immediate results, the Kingston opener highlighted emerging rivalries and potential breakout performances. Gabby Thomas's commanding display sends a warning to her peers. She is not just aiming for consistency but domination throughout the Grand Slam series. Meanwhile, Marilady Paulino's ability to challenge top sprinters outside her primary 400m discipline underscores her versatility and growing confidence. Analysts noted how her mid-race positioning allowed her to conserve energy for a final push, a tactic that could prove decisive in upcoming events. For Asher-Smith, the race offered valuable lessons in timing and execution. While she maintained strong form, the closing meters exposed a slight vulnerability that Thomas and others could exploit in future encounters. Similarly, Nazer's near miss serves as motivation. Her speed endurance from the 400m may eventually translate into greater consistency in the 200m. Off the track, the meet reinforced Kingston's reputation as a hub for high-stakes athletics. Fans reveled in the electric atmosphere, with cheers and applause fueling each sprint. The combination of elite talent, strategic racing, and the backdrop of a Caribbean evening made the opening Grand Slam round a memorable spectacle. With multiple stops remaining and point totals still open, the season promises not just record-breaking times but narrative-rich matchups that will keep the athletics world watching closely.